So in this live stream, I'm gonna react to a video from Fresh and Fit Clips channel. The video link is in the description box. If you want the uninterrupted version, then you can click on the link and watch the video directly over there. Or if you want my reaction, then stay over here. The video title is "Blonde Thinks Men Are Dumb But Got It Flipped on Her." So let's see what we have got here. Let me just share the screen first. And before I react to it, I wanna remind you one thing: subscribe to this channel for more content like this. I talk about self-improvement, talk about fitness, a lot of the time dating, and how to make money sometimes. So yeah.
Why do you feel like men make better decisions?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Because men are logically sound
That's a fact.
and more rational.
You're joking, right?
What the
1000%.
I feel like there's what?
I do not understand why oftentimes they say that I feel like. They do not say like I think this is the truth. No, I feel like. That means they're thinking like, okay, maybe this is the truth, maybe. So the situation is quite complicated.
I know, but that has nothing to do with it. No, it doesn't.
Hold on, just let me speed it up for a bit.
Better decisions has nothing to do with me naming a stupid fucking country,
Okay.
right?
Let me give you a fact. This isn't my opinion or my thought.
So in the live stream, she couldn't name 2 countries, okay? Which was ridiculous in my opinion, but like 2 countries, United States, Canada, you could have named 2 of them. So, or you could have said Mexico or Canada, like 2 neighbor country. But she couldn't do it, and she's trying to make a point that men are not logically sound. What, like, do you think men are dumb? What the heck?
Studies on this, and they found that men prioritize logic and ration over emotion. Women, however, prioritize emotion over logic and ration.
Logic, yeah, logic and ration, and you have got the emotion, which is the third, okay, priority. But for women, it's more like emotion comes before your logic, and I mean, I think it's the second. Emotion is the second for women.
That's not always true. It depends on the woman.
I mean, I saw a video where they were talking about it in detail, so it was an interesting video. If I find that one, I'll try to trying to put the link in the description box or in the comment section later on, so at some point. So
so men can make better decisions in war.
Let me finish. That is the majority, which means it is a fact. A majority of men are far better decision makers and leaders than women are, which is why most women want a guy to be a leader in a relationship, because we're designed for it.
That's true, but they're gonna disagree because we are living in the Western world where they will say that, oh, we are equal, so we can, like, it's just a propaganda. We are not equal. I'm not trying to say that I'm superior to women in any way. I do not say that, but I'm good at certain things. Women are good at certain things, so you have to like so we are kind of a complement of each other. It's more like I'm the provider. I'm trying to secure the family in a different way, and the women is like more like a healer, okay, nurturing, caring. So yeah, you need a healer, and man is the warrior, and when they get back home after like fighting a war, they get injured, right? So they need a healer, and that's what I would suggest to understand women, like, hey, understand this, men are warrior, they're gonna fight the world, and then they're gonna bring food for you, gonna bring security for you, and then the only thing they will be asking for is that give me, like, be my healer, okay? That's what they are asking for. But over here they're just, no, I can be the security guy, I can be the provider and stuff like that. But when you do that, how you are gonna be a healer? that will be a tough job for you, right? And a lot of women, like some women can do it, but a lot of women fails at healing the man. And yeah, it's very complicated. I do not want to talk negatively of women, like they're incredible, but especially my mom, like my mom never worked outside my family, like she cooked at home, try to take care of us. That she, like we are five brothers, okay, like she was really really careful about our us, and she was like taking care of us in a different way. Like most women don't want to do that, like they want to be on the street working. So that's their own thing. But at the end of the day, like if you do not care about your children, they're not gonna take care of you when you're old. And when you're old, what are you gonna do? Like if you do not have a caring children, like children who cares about you, you are gonna feel frustrated. You will feel like, oh, my children are gone, who is gonna take care of me? Like even if you have children in the Western world, you can see that you are not their first priority, just like they were not your first priority. Because oftentimes I hear this, career, like for women, especially for women, career is our first priority. I have to make money, I have to become independent. So when you think like that, the children will be thinking like, oh, she was the one who used to do her work, but she didn't take care of us in a, like, you have to be close with them. So that's the thing I would suggest.
I feel like men make better decisions at certain things, but women make the better decisions at other certain things.
That's true. Like when it comes to like healing, you can make the decision, but when it comes to like the world outside your house, it's there where you have men who can make better decision. It's not like I'm not suggesting that women cannot do like make any decision that will be impactful, will have a positive impact in a company or wherever she is working. But it's more like you are like you will have to train really hard to become that person, because naturally you're prone to become a healer, whereas men are naturally prone to become a leader. So yeah, like when you tell them, oh, man can be emotional, man can be like, when you tell them, they're gonna become weak and they're gonna be prisoners at some point in their life. Like a lot of men, like 99, I think over 90%, over 90% of men are emotional who are in the jail right now. So yeah, like they're emotional, they made poor decision. Like a man cannot act on his feeling, like they shouldn't. Regardless of how you feel, you should be acting on something that is right for you, right for the community. But no, a lot of men are nowadays emotional. It could be due to that reason, like single mom, and women are emotional, and that's a positive thing. But when you are emotional, you have certain traits that will get transferred to your children. If you have a son, they will be emotional, and there is a high chance that they are going to be end up in jail. So yeah, I'm not suggesting that there cannot be any good man out there who can come out from a single mom household. No, I'm saying there is a possibility, but what I'm saying here is that there is a high chance that when a man is emotional, they're gonna act in a certain way, and that thing can be detrimental for them. And yeah, like what I'm suggesting here, that if a man understands his emotions, that will help them. Okay, I understand my emotions, but I'm gonna act the right way, not the way I feel like. Okay, if I feel like doing certain things, I should be asking myself questions like, okay, is this right for me? Is this going to help me on the long run? So yeah, that's the thing.
What linen sheets covers? Like,
and that's how you can make logical decisions, instead of basing your, like, instead of trying to base your decision on feelings.
When it comes to survival and running a society, etc., men have been in leadership roles forever.
That's because y'all set it up that way, though.
Oh,
Here we go. Okay. Well, tell me.
okay. So she says that that's how we set it up. But what if there was a matriarchy society and they get crushed by patriarchy?
Here we go. Name one matriarchy that stood the test of time. Just one.
There is none, because I'm not insulting women. Like, you are gonna raise the next generation. Like, what these women are doing, like, they used to do something like they were raising the patriarchy. You understand? You feel me? Like, they were raising these children, like these boys, to become a man, and then they were men, and then they used to fight for the society, they used to protect them. But right now, a lot of men are not men, they're just boys. They're 24, 23, 22, they're just boys. So
Exactly. So,
and also, like, that was the best thing
The point is
in the
that-
past that women have done. But right now, what we are suggesting is that, oh, there should be equal. Like, what I'm saying here is that, okay, there should be equal opportunities, but that doesn't mean that we should treat each other like, okay, we are equal. Like, I'm doing certain jobs, I should be paying a certain amount for that kind of job. And if there is a CEO, he should be paid more because he's taking a lot of risky decisions for the company, and he has high stake to lose that job. So for me, I'm in a comfortable situation. But if you are telling me that, okay, we should be equal, a CEO should be getting the same amount of pay as the staff, then I don't understand, like, what you're talking about.
and there have been, but they've been
And that's why, like, a lot of society, like, when man controls the society, they usually try to apply meritocracy, not your feelings, not your, like, you have to be competent enough to get a job, you have to have certain kind of experience, skills to get a job. But over here, what we see that, oh, we need more female construction worker. Like, if a female chooses to become a doctor, she can become a doctor. If she chooses to become an engineer, she can do it. But what happens here is that when you apply for a construction company, even if you fail in certain thing, you still get the job, which is ridiculous. Like, you are just trying to fill up the quota. Like, what the heck? Like, you are not, right now what is happening, it's ridiculous. But what I would suggest that if a particular woman is capable of doing certain jobs, she should get the job. If there are 100 million women who are capable of working in construction job, then they should get it. Okay, they should go for it, and if they have the skill, they should be hired. Okay, that's what is my suggestion. But what is happening here right now is that we are just trying to fill up the quotas, which is ridiculous. Like, why should have quotas? Like, if a particular, like, let's say supermodel, right? Female supermodel are paid more than men. Okay, and if you want to equalize that, that would be ridiculous. Like, female should be paid more because they're showing off their beauty, their model type, and yeah, like, they should be paid more. I'm all for it. But when certain sector doesn't have equal, where, like, men, when there is a field which is male dominated, we get all the criticism. But when there is a field which is female dominated, we are not talking about that. And I mean, I'm not suggesting to hate anybody at all over here. I'm just trying to, like, make you think in a certain way.
destroyed, wiped off the face of the earth. So women can't lead. Because the reason why is because men are physically superior, so therefore they will just overtake you anyway. So men need to be in a leadership role for society to thrive. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just report them. So going back to what I was saying, yes, men are more logically sound and better decision makers. That is a biological fact. In general. Now, if I line up 100 girls, sure, there's going to be 5 or 10 that can do it. She's an
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, 5 or 10 or maybe 20 girls who would be able to make logical decision instead of making decision based on their feelings. So yeah, and I'm not criticizing feelings, like that's like when you have feelings and you make certain decisions that can help you on certain things. It's for sure, like having a children and then taking care of them. Okay, you have emotions, oh, I gotta take care of my child. So yeah, like that kind of thing works really well. But when you try to bring that thing in a workplace or corporate environment, you have a lot of problem.
Exception, right? She's obviously in a logically
Like you will face a lot of problem with that kind of like characteristics. That's why you will see a lot of female CEOs are like trying to show off their masculinity, like masculine characteristics. And what happens here is that a lot of women, like female stuff, will hate that CEO or the boss, like female boss. They do not like female boss or CEOs. And still we're blamed for that. Like women don't like female CEOs. What the heck are you talking about? Like, or female boss, like in general, like when you have, like, let's say, let's talk about a particular company. Let's say the company called X, and you have got a female CEO, and their stuff will be like, I'm not trying to call out a company name right now because it will be controversial. So yeah, like they said that they don't like their CEO, female CEO. So like it was a ridiculous thing to suggest that men are just trying to like take away females job or something like that. No, we are not trying to. We are just trying to like make sure that you are safe in an environment and you are doing the right thing. That's all.
But most y'all would never do what she does.
Facts.
So we can't make an argument for the exception to the rule.
I feel like it's out of choice, not out of like we can't physically do it.
Yeah, out of choice you can say that. And also like out of choice you have made certain decision, and then you have gone through a certain path. And you, if you train yourself, if you try to acquire certain skill and traits, then it will obviously allow you to be that kind of person. But that doesn't mean that you will be happy doing that kind of stuff, because it will be tough for you, because your genetics are different. Like your genetics won't support the thing that we are doing as men.
You said it's out of
That doesn't mean that I'm suggesting you to do that. Like if you want, do it. Like it's fine for me.
What?
No, I said like you're saying her job, like
Yeah.
she, like you choose to do that. Like
Yeah.
if I wanted to choose to go in that field, I absolutely could. It's not about
Yeah,
like.
like most women don't want to go into that
I'm
career
not,
field.
yeah, but you said
It is
like
choice.
they couldn't do it. I'm not saying you couldn't.
They're not as capable.
Well, I don't think that's true. I think it's just intimidating.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of women can.
Why they're using the same word? I feel like
They just don't know how, or they're like intimidated to step up and do it.
Let's be real
So,
here.
like for example, during like the World War and everything, all the women went and started doing construction jobs and doing things
and they didn't like it.
that men were doing because they were gone fighting.
Yeah, because they had to.
Yeah,
And then as soon as the
yeah,
men
but you
came-
just
men
proved
came
your
back,
point.
they left.
You just proved your point. You just said we couldn't.
Yeah, you said that you wouldn't.
Now
No,
we're
no,
saying
no,
we
no,
couldn't.
no,
No. Women choose overwhelmingly to not get, to get. Ladies, is this like? Am I speaking Chinese here?
No.
Women overwhelmingly choose to not get into labor-intensive jobs.
But you said
Yeah, but
that
you
we
said
couldn't.
couldn't.
No,
Like
no,
I said,
no,
physically
no.
incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
Like
Listen, okay. Just because you're capable of doing something doesn't mean it's optimal. I'm gonna say that one more time. Just because you're capable of doing something doesn't mean it's optimal.
Yeah, it's not optimal for female to do physically labor jobs. So yeah.
So in other words, if you want to go ahead and open up the pickle jar, you might be able to do it. But it's gonna take you a lot more time, more strain. Might not be able to do it all together. Give a man the pickle jar, pop it up, done in 1 second.
But
So
that's
men
not physical.
men are far more efficient at a lot of things, to include decision making, logically sound stuff. This is why men dominate science, technology, engineering, and math.
What about women in STEM?
Nowhere to be found. Rarely. And you know what the crazy part is?
Maybe in America.
You know what's funnier? Let me give you even a funnier thing. When,
They're talking about America, right? So like why she is just trying to like bring certain parts of the world, like where the country is not developed at all. Like what the heck?
women dominate colleges, they're most of the graduates. Most STEM jobs require a college degree, yet women still are majorly underrepresented in STEM fields.
But don't you think that has a lot to do with like men that have opinions similar to yours?
What the heck? Like, even if I have certain opinions, what has to do with like your career? Like, if I say, hey, this is not optimal for you, like you are gonna do like labor intensive job, and I'm like, hey, this is not optimal for you, but if you want, you can do it. But she's blaming me for having certain kind of opinion. What? I'm making an example over here. I'm not saying like you shouldn't do certain jobs. Do whatever you feel like doing. And then when you have certain situation in the future, it's on you. You should be the one to pay price for that.
It has nothing to do with it.
Hold on, I just said, wait, it's choice. It's up to choice. So they choose not to go on those fields.
Yeah, but if you as a man think you said right in the beginning, you would choose.
So like my opinion, like what she's trying to say is that my opinion oppressed women. What the fuck? Give me a break. Give me a break. All right.
Choose a man before a woman. Not 10 out of 10.
In what field?
You said as a friend, I wouldn't even have a woman.
You said a business
unless,
opportunity.
Like, what?
No, what? Like he said that.
What's the point? What's the point of having a female friend? You said I would go to the guy for advice. Why would I go to the woman, right?
What has to do with a career? Like what? Like I don't get it. Like if I don't want to have a female friend, let's say I don't want to have a female friend, all right, and I don't go to any female for advice, that doesn't make me a oppressor. Like I do not oppress women at all. Like I just don't go to them. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't come to me for advice. Never said that. Like if you need advice, come to me, I will help you out. I never try to discriminate any group of people. Like if you're there and if you need help and if I'm capable of doing that, I'm gonna do it. But that doesn't mean that like what she is trying to say, that okay, if I do not go to women, that somehow means that women shouldn't come to us. Like what the heck? Like, do you guys get it? What she's trying to say? She's trying to say that if I do not go to a woman for help, women feels like they shouldn't come to us for help. So that's why she's trying to imply that we oppress women.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to dating relationships, yeah, I would go to my guy friend. Why would I go to a woman?
So that's what I'm saying. Like with that mindset, you know, that's corrupting the woman workforce. Like men are
Like what?
constantly overpowering the woman in power.
So she's
it's-
arguing.
Well, 100% incorrect, because the thing is,
As I told you earlier, that if I do not go to a woman for help, that doesn't mean that women shouldn't come to us for help. Like if I do not go for certain kinds of job, like hey, I do not go to women like for like taking some help or anything like that, and that doesn't mean that women shouldn't come to us. Like women can come to us and say certain things, ask for help. We can help her and help them, and we're fine with it. Like what she is trying to say
is that, and we've seen this on this show,
Yeah.
if a woman goes into a career field that is male dominated, she is far more likely, almost 10 times more likely, to get the job over a man, even if that man is more qualified than her, thanks to affirmative action and wanting to diversify the workforce.
But why do you
quota.
think that is?
Because women don't pick
Because
those
men
jobs.
want to get those women into those career fields, because women overwhelmingly don't want to work laborious jobs or in science, technology, engineering, or math.
And they're incentive.
So yeah, like as I told you guys earlier, that women get priorities over there. Like if you apply for construction job, you are their priorities. Okay, you are their priorities because they have quotas. They have quotas for you, and you get the job easily. Like even if a man, like let's say a construction company is hiring a construction worker, okay, and they have like three position, okay, just three position, they're most likely like to hire a female. Like if there is enough female candidate applying for the job, they are gonna have that female candidate over the man candidate who is more competent than her. Like I'm not saying like in every cases, but in most cases they are gonna do it. Like if a man is like three times, like has three times the skill of the women, still the women will be preferred for that job because they don't they have quotas. Like oh, we are gonna hire. Like if they don't find any female worker, like nobody is applying for the job, then they are gonna like choose the man. Otherwise, if they have female preference.
Advice to get you that job as a woman,
Yeah. Anything that's male dominated, if a woman applies to it, you are gonna get a call back.
no matter what.
You want to be a police officer? You want to work in federal law enforcement? You want to work in construction? They're gonna hire you. We brought a girl on this show, plumber, went to plumbing school, couldn't even twist a wrench and pass the test. They passed her anyway
She could not even pass the test and
and gave her the job.
Bruh.
Okay.
pass the test and what the bruh.
If you go ahead and try to be a firefighter, you fail the fitness test, they will still hire you. That's how bad they want women in.
Yeah. It's life.
Is that equal though?
No.
Is that 50?
A moment of silence, please.
Not at all.
Hey,
So,
so fight
you
it
get a
best,
job.
we don't.
Yeah,
What a
so
man
I,
thinks.
like I said before, because we hit so many different things here, but yes, men are more logically sound than women, proven through a bunch of studies. They've compared male brain waves.
All right, guys. So yeah, you can go ahead and check his channel out. Hopefully, you'll enjoy their content. I mean, I found certain contents are very interesting and intriguing. Like it's very thought provoking. I really enjoy their content sometimes. Like I do not watch every single video that they work on. I just try to like see certain videos, clips, and sometimes I join live stream and I try to watch certain contents from their channel. So yeah, it's kind of interesting like to learn certain things about dating, relationship, intersexual dynamic. So yeah, like there is a lot of things that they talk about, which is helpful for young men or young entrepreneur like who are just getting started. So you guys should check their channel out, and let's see what you guys are capable of doing after watching their content. And yeah, join the Discord if you have video recommendation, like and also like I oftentimes do live stream so on Discord where I talk about certain things like depression and stuff like that, because a lot of men are especially nowadays depressed due to various reasons, and yeah, we just talk about it and we try to help each other out. And yeah, that's all I gotta say so far, and subscribe to this channel, guys. Love you all. Peace.